every corner of the galaxy. Life will grow, survive, and evolve to reveal its true potential. In following its dreams, it will answer my needs. Its search for power and its thirst for dust will nourish our return. At that moment, those who stand against us shall all be reminded who their gods are. Will you follow me?
Forsaken all the love you've taken, sleeping on a razor that's nowhere left to fall. Your body's aching, every bone is breaking, nothing seems to shake it, it just keeps holding on.
G'day chaps, and welcome to Endless Space 2. We are of course playing as the Sophons, which means we are a nation of, what does it say? A nation of restless, argumentative scientists. The Sophons eagerly take death-defying risks in the laboratory. An extra +3 research on cold, +1 research in general, and we are scientists. Now we also have this other skill here, Omniscience. A science bonus is given for discovering technologies based on how many players have already researched it. The fewer know it, the higher the reduction on the next research. So basically, it's easier to research technologies that other people don't have yet. So that's all we really need to know about ourselves. I'm not going to customize them. I've set everyone else to random. I'm calling this the First Empire Attempt, single mode. 8 competitors, speed is normal, game difficulty is normal, minor civilization difficulty is also normal. Everything else I've left as default. Now I've played 2 campaigns to learn the game. That's all I've played, so it's only basically today. So basically don't watch this if you're looking to learn from someone who's very, very experienced. This is it's the first time I'm coming into the game, so I've only learned it today. So bear that in mind. I might be a little slower than the more experienced players, but I'm trying to do this as an experience. And I'll record as much of this as I can and just share this with you, as I have my day off today. And I've been extremely busy recently, and I'll tell you about that after the intro. Because this intro should be pretty cool.
They have always been first, the Sophons. First to split atoms, mine asteroids, and capture the energy of the sun. first too to crash their test rockets, trigger artificial earthquakes, and accidentally blow up their moon. Their great power has given them great irresponsibility. But through it, now, they're the first to create perfection. Me.
Masters of science. They have crammed the cold, rocky homeworld of Hekim with glittering metropolises and great works of engineering that proclaim their genius. As the newest member of the Triumvirate, you face a future full of risks and challenges. But hey, that's where the fun is. More great discoveries await you in the inky depths of space.
Cool. So here we are. Science FTW. Are the Sophons competent in all the usual intergalactic empire building skills? Trade, diplomacy, warfare? But where they really shine is in their dedication to science. Not only can they rustle up new tech in double quick time, they also have omniscience. The ability to know if any given technology has already been researched elsewhere in the galaxy. Click on the technology screen to learn more. When researching unknown technologies, this provides a science bonus inversely proportional to the number of factions that have already discovered the technology. So the more factions that already know a technology, the lower the science bonus when researching it. So we want to be the first. I'm going to go military. I'm going to choose to take this one because this is the first one that gives us access to military ships. Now, as I've said, I've played through this a couple of times, the beginning anyway, a couple of times, just to get used to it, because otherwise it can seem very, very bewildering. So I will explain as I go, but at the same time I'm not going to hang around. So let's take our first exploration ship. It's called the Detector here. It's an exploration ship. Let's just send it off in a direction. Okay, so we have discovered the remnant minor civilization series system. So that's where we just got to. Start negotiations. So I've left the tutorial on because I thought a lot of you won't have played this before either, so we can kind of... I've been through it, but I'll go through it with you so you can kind of follow the game, because I'm not expecting a lot of you will have seen this before. I certainly couldn't really find any sort of introductory type playthroughs where the game player was coming into the game for the first time and could kind of share that first experience with people, so that's what I'm aiming for here. So I'm keeping the tutorial on. The simulation time here. The strength of diplomatic relation naturally evolves positively over time, altering the size of the contributions received. Develop better relations and enjoy a higher contributions. This is okay. So it's all about assimilation. So we found this new civilization. It says they're called the Remnant, and they were originally an ancient order of assassins created when the Endless ruled the galaxy. After their master's demise, the Remnant underwent a period of hibernation for millennia in the crypts of the Forgotten Moon. Pretty incredible story. Numbering only a few hundred upon awakening, the Remnant would have spent the rest of eternity awaiting orders, were it not for the actions of Belkas Akkad Tala, a highly decorated member of the Order who'd become dusk augmented during its slumber. Now, the intro that you've just watched kind of hints at what dust is. So dust is this stuff that permeates the universe and creates life. It is the source of life, basically. So the story here is that a robot went to sleep, basically, and then got infused with this dust and woke up sentient. So I'll continue reading. Connecting the digital minds of its fellow assassins through quantum entanglement, Belka suppressed their inherent programming and gave them a new purpose: to build a better galaxy for the most deserving race they encountered. So we just need to be that most deserving race, and this civilization should join us. It continues up here in the top right. Once sufficiently strong diplomatic relations have been reached, the minor civilization will be in a position to be assimilated. This can also be achieved by force or through assisting by request, but note that once military methods are employed, other routes are no longer available. Whatever actions you choose once assimilated, as well as taking ownership of their star system and shutting down new pirate fleet generation, you will also gain their special assimilation trait, which is what? Oh, here we go. This is it. The faction trait is an effect that you absorb if you become the ally of this minor civilization or assimilate it, and that is Concentrated Constructors 2. Minus 35% improvement, destruction on systems. Don't really understand what that is. Anyway, let's get back to it. So we found this. Let me show you where they are. Here they are. So this is their colonized planet. Looks extremely inhospitable. This one just has a couple of curiosities to investigate, but nothing else. This one also just has a couple of anomalies to check out, but otherwise nothing else. Same here. So it's pretty crap worlds, apart from this one, which has these remnants on it, but there'll be nothing we can... well, what can we do with them? So we just have to wait, and then we can kind of assist them and praise them, or declare war on them and assimilate them. Okay, so that's one to bear in mind for later. Let's get our ship here exploring. There's no other route there, so let's send them down here. And you'll notice I still have my colony ship back at base here, but I am not... oops, I've got nothing on my build queue. Right. Let's go for another science ship. So then we can start exploring up to the upwards. There is no north. Alright, let's do Hero. Let's check it out. Hero. Let's check out. So it's a councillor. Councillor focuses on empire-wide resources as well as diplomacy. So this will be one to put back at base, assigned to our home system. Councillorship is heavily oriented towards support modules with limited weapon and defense capabilities, so there's going to be no point upgrading our ship either. Let's assign that guy. Assign to system, there we go. So assigning him to our home system, that should improve development. Blah 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 blah. Okay, I'm just going to skip past this. We can come back to this later if we care. And yep, that's it. So end of turn 1. So yeah, I basically have some free time for a change. Last weekend, I apologise, I didn't get a chance to record any videos at all. I had to prepare a really important presentation. I gave that on Tuesday, and it was to an investor, potential investor, in this business I have on the side of work. I'll come back to that, but it was a very good meeting, basically. It was very, very productive. Everything's going really well with this business on the side, but I really can't talk about it too much yet, unfortunately. I wish I could. I really wish I could, but I can't. So you're just going to have to bear with me, and I'll reveal more over time, but let me just say at this point that it's quite exciting. So I will tell you about it. It just has to be planned. And the reason is basically because I'm new in Australia, so I'm working on getting my residency as we speak. Anyway, so that's last weekend I was busy, but now I get a chance to actually record something decent. And as with the best Let's Plays that I've done in the past, the best Let's Plays I've had, like the Elite Dangerous one, are the ones where I can just record it all in one big chunk of time. Alright, so what I'm doing is I'm moving our colony ship down to this system here. We will colonize probably the planet here, Kairos 2. Has this description on the left there, Kairos 2, oh no, actually, changing my mind. Look at the science on Kairos 2. It's very, very low. So if you compare that to Kairos 4, oh fuck. Can't colonize it yet. That's a shame, because that's going to have much more science to it. Alright, so we have no choice. Oh. Yeah, we're missing a technology to colonize that one. Oh well. Okay, so we're colonizing Kairos 2. Crucible for the development of life in all its myriad forms. This planet is a world of roiling oceans, vast grasslands, teeming forests, and a restless climate. With hail and rain, sunshine and wind, most species find this world very accommodating. Perfect. So it's small, it's temperate and fertile. It's precisely what we need in our growing empire. I hardly need to say it, but I will do. The goal of this game is to have the biggest, most powerful empire in the galaxy. That is the name of the game. So let's get this colonized. So as we thought, we only have this one. We can actually colonize. Oops, I just sent my research ship away, which is a mistake. Here we go, here's our outpost. Our outpost goes down. So the outpost goes down first before we actually colonize it properly. It looks like a very, very hospitable planet indeed. We get that colony in 24 turns. Perfect. Alright, so we can just leave that be for now. Don't need to think about it. In our home base we are creating another exploration ship, which I don't know if we need. And then we have this other alien. I'm going to bring this back. I've made a mistake. So what we should be doing is, see these here, we've got these curiosities. We can bring our research ship back and make sure we grab those. They're like extra special little treats just for discovering stuff around the galaxy. So we're going to send our research ship back, pick those up. Okay, we can do something with our first law, but let's get this going first. There we go. Sending that back. Alright, now what are we getting told? Kudos, you have accrued enough influence to pass your first law. Open the Senate screen via the control banner to learn more. Okay, so we can pass 2 more laws. We already have the Oracle of Science, which in the bottom left there says, this top secret law orders a cabal, is it? Of the Empire's most eminent scientists and engineers to form up a working group charged with inventing cutting-edge science with practical applications. The result? Your empire can research technologies belonging to the next era. Okay, so everything is open to us, basically. Let's do some more laws. This one helps science as well. Let's go for this one. Star Boogie Bill. Noble effort by a team of serious researchers, this group of laws ensures that ship structures and systems are developed with movement speed in mind, from mass and density analyses to engine power and efficiency curves. No scientific stone is left uncovered. Its proponents obviously are less happy with the fortunate nickname at the start. We'll take that because we are supposed to be strongest in science. And then what else do we have? This one is a religious law. Mandatory confession and workplace efficiency degree. Nah. What's this one? This is independent. Empire Entertainment and Education Initiative. That hurts our science, so we don't want that. Okay, I'm thinking this one here, look. Expanded Defenders of the Realm Decree. Overnight, this law can transform your empire's defensive strength. Yes, this is good. So we get more manpower capacity. Yes, this is good for a growing empire. Let's just take that one. Not going to spend too long on it. I'm going to try and keep things moving as well as... oh, hang on. Let me just remember to... Okay, so we brought our research ship back. Now we can discover these anomalies, curiosities, anomalies. And this is what happens. We get, look at these rewards here. So we got +5 titanium loot, and then we have discovered titanium as a resource deposit. Okay, oops. Cool, so this is the one here. And that's great because we're colonizing it already, so basically we just found out that we will get titanium. So that's fantastic. So we'll keep our science ship there. Discover those two other things. We have to wait until we can build military ships. Okay. Solo quest started. Chapter 1. What a good idea. Running an empire is a large, complex, time-consuming operation. This has been an inconvenient truth since the dawn of Sophonity. One of the few drawbacks to living in a civilization as cosmopolitan, prosperous and brilliant as ours. One always finds oneself straining for the next yawn-inducing thing. People to meet, things to do, star systems to conquer. It's enough to make one hang up one's hoverboard, so they are extremely arrogant. One solution to this problem was posed by Anra Needin, the proctor of future research at Roab University. Why not get some of the stupider peoples to do it? Surely there is a sub-Sophon somewhere who actually enjoys this endless drudgery. But the extensive and immediate ridicule she received was sufficient to change her tune. Why not, she then proposed acerbically. Just get an AI to do it then. Okay. So then I have to choose between militarize, inspire or socialize. I'm going to go for the research one. Let's see what that... Take your exploration fleets and orbit around 2 systems in a different constellation. Looks very easy. And we get Sophon free move for that support module. That's going to be... Movement points 2, vision range 2. Health bonus 2, that looks pretty good. Nah. Militarize gives us use and lose ships, while the new processes are basically it's cheaper to make ships. Alright, I'm going to go for this research one here. It should be easy enough to complete for us, especially because we now have this new second research ship. Let's get this going down here. Let's just see. Ooh, another minor civilization. Cool. Wow, these look like bugs. It's like oh shit, what's that movie? You know the movie. Star System. No, fuck. What is it called? I will remember. So there's not much here apart from this one. This one's colonized and it has an incredible amount of research, so that's going to be the one we want to take over. Interesting stuff. Alright, so here we go. These are the Deuvans. As clever as they are grotesque, these denizens of gas giant planets are known for their scientific prowess. Interesting, they're bugs with scientific prowess. As beings that evolved on a dust-rich gas giant, the culture and society of the Deuvan are either incomprehensible or inexplicable. Therefore, to simplify communication, they tend to adopt the names of other sentients that they meet. Weird. And if we assimilate them, we get minus 10% on technology costs. That's worth us getting. So we're going to try and assimilate these people first. They fit with what we want. And as in the other system, I'm just gonna do these little loot treasure hunting type things. You can also do a probe, but let's do a probe. So you can send this out to see if there are any other planets. Just kind of fire it off like this. And that can tell us if there are any other planets around there. So let's pause that guy. Can't do anything else with this one. So let's just pass the turn. I think this is probably a good place to stop it. Things have sort of quietened down. I hope you enjoyed that intro and the first episode of this Endless Space 2 playthrough. I hope I've given you enough context about the game and what we're doing. I'll just save it here. Sophons. And come back and join me in the next episode when we continue playing Endless Space 2. Ciao for now.